Hello everybody, welcome to this live stream on a basic gents haircut, and I hope you've been enjoying the live streams lately. We've got another one today and there'll be some stuff to learn. I've got my client Stuart here and I'm just going to ask. So always plenty of water, as always when we scissor cut. Just relax the hair into its natural position. So when you're looking at this head of hair, you want to be looking at the flow and the direction of the hair. On my client here, we have the hair on this side starting to kind of flow forwards more. And this hair here is just kind of flowing down the way. And I'm going to try and pick up my sections going with the flow of the hair. Okay, so let me explain that with the comb, make it a little bit more clearer what I mean by that. So because the hair is flowing like that, I'm going to pick it up like that. That'll be my vertical section there. Because on the other side, it goes the other way. It goes forwards. So starting at the front there, I'll work my way all the way around on this area. I'll start here and I'll just pick that area up. Now, I'm looking to identify the shortest point of my fingers there. So if I pull out this hair, I can pull my fingers out until that disappears, and the hair above that is what I'm going to take away, because I want to take the width in there so that the regrowth is very uniform from this point. So I'm just going to put the comb in and flip it out like that. There's some short hair there at that point, and I'll cut the longer hair from above it. And again. So trim down again. I've got quite a few comments there. Let me see more of what's going on today from Ella. Welcome Ella, and hello from Malaysia as well. There's somebody viewing from Malaysia. Welcome. So again, if you've just joined, what I'm doing is I'm tightening up this area here. And this area here I'm going to keep long, because this is for a restyle. It's going to be a slightly different type of cut eventually. We'll let it get longer and cut it down again in a different shape. So I'm working my way in basically a horseshoe shape all the way around from the front to the back. Crown. Okay, so I think at this point here, everything below here is absolutely fine. You know, we need this to grow out, so I'm aiming for here. I'm going to pick up whatever the shortest point is here. I'm not going to get any shorter than that. So if I pick this up and pull my fingers out to the shortest point, I'll take away what's above that vertically. There's probably the shortest point. And another bit here. Stuart, do you know something? It would be good to get you in on another live feed so we can get this as it grows out onto the, see the progress of it. We'll get a little bit tighter here. Just keep working my way across. And again, now a lot of you have probably seen that I've been posting quite a lot lately about the 1 Minute Barber community, and I haven't given away too many details on what's going to be in the community yet, but in the community there's going to be a lot of coursework. There's lots of educational videos that I've put in there for anybody who's trying to learn the fundamentals of barbering, anyone who wants to learn all the basic stuff, and you want to learn it quickly and effectively and in an organized manner. And not just that, I'm in there as well. So I'm there for feedback. I'll be reviewing your work if you want, looking at your pictures, giving you feedback, We'll be looking at video. I'll be doing live Q&As. There'll be one-to-ones and a lot of other stuff going on in there we are. Yeah, so if you click the link down below, there's a link to the 1 Minute Barber Academy, and if you drop your email, I'll send you out an entire list of what's in the course right away, and I'll notify you when the course launches mid-June. That's when it's going to launch. I'll bring you back in. So I did say something about the direction of this hair here. It's starting to kind of grow this way. So what we want to do is pick that up, look for the shortest point around just below the parietal ridge, and we'll take away what's above that. I keep coming across here. So also, what is the community going to cost? We intend to launch the community at the time of making this video for $47 a month. Now, there's great value in that at $47 a month, because for that you could come in and you could try and learn everything in a month if you can. You know, if you're a quick learner, you could stay for 2 months, but there's a lot in there. So it's well worth it if you're a learner barber, if you're trying to build up your confidence as a barber. So we're back over at this down here. So in this area here, it's a little bit uneven. If I was to pick this up, like pick up a horizontal section, a sideways section like this, it'll be uneven slightly. There's a slight unevenness to that. And again here. And that's because we took a bunch of sections here, but we haven't cross-checked it. And cross-checking takes down any kind of like little short areas that, any long areas that have been missed. What happens when you take a vertical section is you pull the section together like this, and the hair from the outside of the section has to come into the middle. So that hair right in the middle, the stuff right in the middle of your section, it doesn't have to travel as far, and it's going to be slightly shorter than the stuff on the the hair on the outside of the section. And that's why you get a slight unevenness, and that's why you would want to go in and cross-check. But let me change to a 7-inch scissor for this. So with a 7-inch scissor, you can actually see a lot more. You can pick up, you know, really broad sections, and you can see the unevenness of the section there. So let's go in nice and broad. And all I want to do when I trim that section down is look for the shortest point in my sections, pull the comb out to that point, and trim away anything that's beyond that point. And we don't need to go down very far because a lot of this hasn't been cut down below. Okay. Again, I'll move over. I'll just turn Stuart around a little bit. I'll move over a little bit. Ella Grace is asking, what scissors do I use? These are quartered steels scissors, and I get them from a website called scissorsub.com. Now, just a little disclaimer here, they sent me these for free. I don't take any payment from Quartered Steels, but I do love their scissors. And what they're doing in the world right now is something a bit different. They're actually leasing scissors. So you can go in there and you can get premium like VG10 steel, high quality steel scissors at a much cheaper price monthly than just paying the full-on, £700 that you may pay for this set of scissors, which is quite a lot of money in one go. So if you're learning and you're entry level, leasing's quite a good idea. And one of the things I like about what they do is they will replace or repair the scissors at no extra cost. So that's part of their model. If you're leasing, everything's taken care of for you. You don't need to worry about your scissors breaking, about you dropping your scissors or anything like that. They just replace them or repair them for you. Good company. So again, I'm just working my way down. this is a more of a curved part of the head, so I can't get such a big section on the 7-inch scissor there. It's probably going to be a better section, a broader section, just around about this area, right here. Bear with me just one moment, folks. To work our way down too far. And again, just here. This, I can already see here that this looks bumpy to me. So I know that this isn't very refined, and I can see there's like little bumps here and here, and I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up so well, but it is there. I think my laptop's come. Right, so let's look for these bumpy areas. Here we go. So, you know, let me know down below, what level are you at, and what do you want to see? Like, what would help you? What are you needing to learn? Tell me, and I'll try and get it out there for you. We'll try and get that kind of content and answer those questions in future video or live streams or on the community. It's not so hot. Well, it is actually quite hot here today in Scotland. The last time I live streamed, it was so hot we had to open the door. It was just baking hot. Currently studying online, already doing your Udemy course on top of YouTube content. Well, Greg, I hope that is helping. I hope you're learning from the Udemy course, and there is a lot of useful content in there. One of the things about Udemy, I mean, I've sold a lot of courses on there, but I can't really get in and give good feedback on there. You can't. There is questions to be answered, but I don't see the image of the students are sending. I can't see the work that they're doing. I can't critique it. It's quite difficult to give feedback via written answers. And this is where the community is really going to be of benefit, because in an online community where you can share images of your work and ask for feedback from others, I think you can learn a lot better. You can't really address a mistake that you can't see. And this is what's kind of made me drift away from Udemy and move towards making my own online community. So I'm going to bring you back around here. So we've addressed this area all the way around the side here now, and there's neck here that we want to take care of. What do you think about the top, Stuart? Are you happy with the top?
Yeah, I mean, it could maybe be take just the ends off. Just
take the ends off. That's what I was thinking as well. Yeah. Just to, I'll mention about that as well. Taking the ends off can make a real difference to the overall cut. We'll do that first before we go around and take the trim the edges. So taking the ends off can really help, especially if hair is damaged. It can remove split ends, and it can make the hair look fuller just by making it completely square across the ends of the hair. So I'm going to pull all this hair to the side, and I'm just going to start at the front, and I'm going to pull out a section of hair that's at what I would say 90 degrees. So 90 degrees here is straight out from the forehead, about there. This isn't 90 degrees. This is, if you pull it straight up, you're kind of over directing back towards yourself a little bit. So I'm going to use the fine teeth of the comb, get it nice and smooth, and I'm going to pull it straight out at 90. And I can see that there's some hairs there that could do with being squared up, and this is going to make it look a lot thicker and fuller. So as it grows out, you want it to grow out nice and neat. So let's take that down. There we go. So I'll step back from the fringe a little bit, pick that up again, and just the ends, square across the ends. Again, I'm going to change scissor back to something a little bit shorter. This one's 6-inch, also quartered steels. Now, here's the thing. There's different ways you can grip scissors. I like to grip the scissors just kind of like this, okay? But I've seen a lot of people will grip the scissor kind of like this, You see this sort of underhand grip? I find it hard to get used to. I mean, I've always kind of just had an overhand grip on the scissor. What are you using? What do you do? Or, you know, something like that where you're kind of operating it with the knuckle of the thumb, operating the blade like this. Personally, I'm fine like that. On a very tall client, you might want to keep your elbow down, tucked in, you know, a bit more. Let's see if I can change the angle here for the viewer. So the elbow is, you know, you're keeping your elbow down here rather than lifting up here. So like, let me see if I can show you again. And this is all about posture. So, you know, keeping your elbow tucked into the body and cutting your way across like this. I find that quite hard. I don't really like that position. I prefer to lift my elbow a little bit and just cut across. I'm fortunate it's not giving me any shoulder pain. Some people get shoulder pain doing that. If you have shoulder pain, you might want to go over that more tucked in position on the arm. So I'm working my way back, only looking to take the ends off here. Good way to see the world. Right, let's turn you around and we'll go over just this area here, taking the ends off as well. And then we can go on to the sides. On this area here, actually, Stuart's got like more of a ridge there. It's a slight ridge where, because the hair is growing forward, it kind of piles up in a line. So what I'm going to do is, I'm probably going to take that a little bit, just a touch shorter, so that it grows in more even on both sides. Let's just take that little corner down there. Yeah. You can adapt a haircut for both sides of the head. You don't need to match up exactly, like make it symmetrical. If the hair grows in different directions, you can go, you know, cut to the flow of the hair. Right, I think that's okay. We don't want to take too much off here. I'll give it a quick blast with a hairdryer and then we'll go around the sides and trim the edges. Right, we've got a good bit of a good lesson for the back at the back here, because you can see that Stuart's neck hair grows down quite long, so that's important. We need to learn this. I'll pull down the neck strip a little bit. So here we have hair growing up towards this point in the middle, and the same here on that side, and the neck hair is coming down to around about there. So we need to establish what's neck hair and what's head hair. For me, I would say that I would be looking at around about there. That's probably where the two separate. This is starting to get quite dense here. So the hair on the outside is quite sparse. This is obviously neck hair. Let's go with that line to start with. And then what we'll have to do is, because this is actually growing up over this way, is pull it out, tease it out with the comb. And I'm going to bring the teeth of the comb all the way to the hairline. I think the hairlines are, well, let me go back a bit, because all I did was I came down this line here. I want to come up a little bit higher on this hair because we've got that little point coming down. So let's bring that up. So I've got my hairline now right about there. And what I want to do is I want to tease this hair out and pull the teeth to exactly where the hairline is, okay? trim across. And that means I'm not going inside the hairline. And as I lift it up and kind of tilt it away from the head, it's tapering. It's tapering from short into longer hair. Let's do that again over here. I'll pull this side out. And then at the back here, right in the middle, I think we could probably, this is, you have head hair coming just to this point, but let's take it to about there. So it's a little bit of a squarer shape. I'm not going to leave it square, I'm going to taper it in. But on this occasion, because the hair is growing down the way, I can go in with the comb up and tilt out. That's better, neater, I think. Okay. And then on this side again, let's establish our line, right? I think the line probably is around about there. Okay, we've got a neat line, but look how woolly that is. And Stuart's got quite coarse hair, so it's more apparent on coarse hair. So let's tease that out over here to the side, and I'm going to pull the teeth again right to the very edge of the hairline. And then pull the teeth down just to lift this hair up. I think that looks a lot better. It's neatened up the neck hair quite nicely there. Remember, this is going to be growing out, so we don't want to go in too tight in any way. Just keep it nice and neat for just now. And then we're on to the sides here. So I think at the sides here, it's quite solid, but and this, we need this to be kind of longer, so I don't want to taper too tight here. Maybe I'll make a line, just square up that line, and then soften the line by doing clipper over comb. So comb in vertically. I've got all that section there, and I'm going to bend the comb out a little bit so that I'm only dealing with this hair here. And then just up around the ear again. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to flip the comb on the ear. So look, teeth in, rest it on the ear and just flip it up like that. And that means that when I release that, there's not going to be anything lying on top of the ear just now. That might be okay as it gets longer. You could leave a little bit of hair on there. Go around the other side and we'll repeat the process. So I'll just pull the hair onto the face here. You can see that there's a few long hairs beyond the hairline. I'll get rid of them. Here, just square at the bottom again. And then comb in and just bend the comb out the way a little bit. Right. at the back of the neck here, what I'm going to do is I've got this little single foil shaver. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go around and just trim up, polish, kind of like add a little bit of extra finesse just to get rid of these sort of like little dark hairs, these little bits of stubble around the neck. It's just going to look a lot cleaner, you know, and it takes seconds to do. Anything that you can add to your haircut to make it look a little bit more polished, just do it. Especially when you have coarse hair, you can end up with like quite a coarse stubble, and coarse stubble is more visible than softer stubble. So that's why I would go around with the little foil shaver. I'm just going to put you back out again, and I will just check some of these questions here. Okay, so basically this is our cut. We've given Stuart a good sort of tidy up. I've basically taken in the width at the side. That was the main thing, so that this all grows out nicely, more uniform. If your client comes in and they have and they're growing their hair out, and it's been you know, shorter on the sides and longer on top, what will happen is it's going to grow out top heavy, because this hair is longer than the hair on the side. So as it's growing out, keep tightening it around this parietal ridge and bring it down on the top a little bit until the hair on the side gets enough length that you have some kind of movement on it, and you can blow dry it. And in fact, I don't know if you saw my first live stream a few weeks ago with Callum, where it was a scissor cut, and you could see at the end the hair's starting to flow as you comb it. You know, there's movement in it, whereas this hair on the side's too short at the moment to do that, and as it grows out, it'll sit nicely. So that's our cut. Like I said, if you're interested in joining the community, or if you want to know more about what's in the community, I'll send you out a check sheet, and it'll show you everything that's in there. That's not all that's in there. It's not just educational work. I'm also in there, and I'll be giving feedback to everybody that's in the community, and we'll try and grow you as quick as possible and dispel any fear that you might have of cutting hair. So until next time, thank you so much. Thank you, Stuart, for being on the channel and letting us cut your hair and use you as a model. And thank you for joining me this afternoon. And until next time, good luck with your haircuts, and I'll see you in the next video.